Hello everyone. So today we will discuss the method of integration by partial fractions. So how will we integrate using partial fractions? So this is now our problem. So we will integrate 2x plus 3 divided by x squared minus 9 dx. So we are given with this problem and we need to integrate using partial fractions. But the question is, when will you use partial fractions? So that is really a question, right? When will you use partial fractions? You use partial fractions when integrating a rational function. So a function like this, right? We have p function divided by the q function where the degree of p must be less than the degree of q. So the degree of the numerator must be less than the degree of the denominator. If we have to look at our problem here, that is actually correct because we have here our p, that is our p. The degree there, the highest power, that's what we meant by degree, the highest power there is actually 1. The denominator is this, x squared minus 9. The highest power there or degree is 2. So that means p is less than q, or the numerator has a lesser degree than the denominator q. So that's the first rule, right? When to use a partial fraction. The second one is the denominator factors completely into linear fractions, or it could be irreducible quadratics. So that means the denominator can also be factored out. So apart from the denominator having a higher degree, it can also be factored. Or in this case, yes, x squared minus 9, x squared minus 9 can be factored, right? Can be factored. So in this case, we can actually use partial fractions because p, the numerator, has a lesser degree than the denominator. And number 2, the denominator can be factored, or we can factor the denominator. So let's factor the denominator. So if you factor the denominator x squared minus 9, the factor there is actually, because it's actually a difference of squares. X squared minus 9 is actually a difference of squares, or 2 squares. And we have learned that one already, that the factor of the difference of squares is x plus 3 and x minus 3. So these are the factors of the difference of squares, x plus 3 and x minus 3. So if we put them back to the original fraction, so this is now the integral of, so it now becomes the integral of 2x plus 3 divided by the factors which are x plus 3 and x minus 3 dx. So from here, it becomes this one because we factored out the denominator as x plus 3, x minus 3. So what should we do next? We have now factored the denominator. Now we will set up the partial fraction. That is the next step. Step 2 is we will set up partial fractions. How do we set up partial fractions? So this is the original one. This is the original. As you can see, the original is actually very long, right? We have 2x plus 3 divided by x plus 3 times x minus 3. The partial fractions are this. So we assign a fraction for each of the factor. So the first one, this is the first partial fraction, a over x plus 3. The second one is b over x minus 3. That is the second partial fraction. So each factor has its corresponding partial fraction. So a over x plus 3 plus b over x minus 3. So these are now our partial fractions. In partial fractions, our goal is actually to solve for a and b. We need to solve for a and b. So So we have now step 3. We will clear denominators. So we can actually multiply. Remember, we need to solve for those constants a and b, right? So those are the a and b are constants that we need to find. So a and b are the constants of our partial fractions. So how do we solve for a and b? So we can multiply both sides. So we can multiply everything, all this, we can multiply it by x plus 3, x minus 3. So we multiply both sides by x plus 3, x minus 3. So what happens here is that on this side here, this is the only ones left, right? Because x plus 3 and x minus 3 in the denominator here will be cancelled out because we multiply it, right? What about on the other side? What happens here if we multiply this side by x plus 3 and x minus 3? So here, what happens is x plus 3 cancels out. And what is left is only x minus 3, or a times x minus 3. What about this one here? If we multiply it by x plus 3, x minus 3, x minus 3 will cancel out. And what is left is x plus 3 times b, right? X plus 3 times b. So from fractions, it becomes like this, right? There's no fraction anymore, right? Remember, our goal is to solve for a and b in the partial fractions, right? So what we do now is we simply expand. We distribute a here, and distribute b inside. So it would be like this. So we copy the other side, 2x plus 3, and we distribute a and b's into the inside, term. We distribute it, so it becomes like this, right? Once we distribute everything, we combine whatever like terms there are. So this is so that's the same, 2x plus 3 on the other side. And then you have here x component. You also have an x here. So we combine all x, right? A plus b times x. Here we have 3a, 3b. So these are constants. So we combine the constants as well. So this we combined with an exponent x, and we combine all constants as well. But if you look at the formula, if you look at here, we have 2x plus 3 is equal to this. That means this 2x is actually equal to this, right? Right? 2x. So 2x is equal to this one because this one has a coefficient of, or rather it has a coefficient of x, right? Coefficient times x, right? This constant would be equal to this constants here. So that means we can equate. The next step is we will equate coefficients. So the coefficient of x, the first one is the coefficient of x. The coefficient of x is actually a plus b. See, the coefficient of x here is a plus b, right? And that would be equal to the coefficient of x on the other side, which is actually 2, right? So a plus b is equal to 2, right? So we are now equating coefficients. So we find the coefficient of x here, which is actually a plus b, and then we equate it to the coefficient on the other side because they are equated, all right? So we have a plus b equal to 2. Now, these two are constants, so we need to equate it to the constant on the other side too, right? So we have 3a minus 3a plus b equal to the constant on the other side is 3. So basically, we have two equations, a and b unknowns, right? Two equations with two unknowns, a and b. So here we divide. So if we have to look at this equation here, so we can divide it by 3, both sides. So what is left is a plus b equal to 1. So this one, we divide everything by 3. And what happens here, we are left with negative a plus b equal to 1, right? So we have now, so we have here our equation number 1. And we have here our equation number 2, right? So we have equation 1, which is a plus b equal to 2. Equation 2 is minus a plus b equal to 1. So we have two equations and two unknowns. We can solve a or b, right? So we can substitute one to the other. So we have here a plus b is equal to 2. That's equation number 1. And we have minus a plus b equal to 1. That is equation number 2. What we can do is we can add the two equations, right? We can add. If you haven't watched my previous videos of how to solve two equations with two unknowns, you can either apply a substitution, you can apply elimination. So there are different methods on how to solve for a and b in a linear equations. So in this case, we can add the two equations. So if we will add the two equations, of course, we will also add the constants. And what is left is that one, 2b is equal to 3, or we can solve for b is equal to 3 halves. Once we have solved for 3 halves, use that value and substitute it back to any of those two equations that we have and solve for a. And in this case, we can solve a to be 1/2. So b is 3 halves, then use 3 halves, substitute it to either equation 1 or equation 2, and solve for a. And then a would be 1/2. So we have 3 halves and 1/2. Once we have a and b solved, put them back into the original equation, right? So this is the original one, and these are now the partial fractions. As you can see, we put a there, right? So that's our a. This is our b for our partial fractions, right? So a, which is 1/2, divided by x plus 3, plus b, which is 3 halves, divided by x minus 3. So we just put them back into the partial fraction, right? And then what we can do is we will integrate them, right? So we can integrate it one by one. Let's integrate first the one that has a. So this one is the integral one. So the integral of this is actually 1/2 ln x plus 3. All right, next we will integrate this one. The integral of that one is actually, which is this. The integral is 3/2 ln x minus 3. All right, so we integrated both now. And what we do is we add them, because that's actually here, right? We added both, right? So we will add these two here. So we add them. So this is the first one. So this one is actually this. And the second one is this. And then don't forget, because this is an integral, we need to add, for the last time, we need to add the constant of integration. Don't forget to add plus c at the very end. Otherwise, your answer would be wrong. So you need to add c. So this would be our final answer now. Right? Is it easy? Right? Do you think it's easy? All right. Right. We will have some more problems later on. And thank you so much for watching the videos, and I hope to see you again in the next videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much.